Hey, I got a new laser in the shop. This is the WeCreate Vision Pro, and part of the problem with it is it needs to be vented, as most do. This is the only window that I can set this up in front of, but it's right next to my miter saw. If you saw my old video where I talked about 10 things I hate about my shop, one of those is that I had a laser and I folded it up to get it out of the way so that I could have a clear space here. Well, I can't do that with this. I can't fold this up in the same way, but I have an idea. I'm going to use plywood, scrap plywood. This is not a pretty project. This is a functional project. And hinges. It's going to be roughly the same size. And the idea is that it's going to fold up this way, and I'll have some supports to keep it in place. And that way I have the full range of cut for my miter saw. So, like I said before, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just sort of making it up. I have a plan up here, and I'm going to make it happen. So let's see what happens. Come on. The first part of this is I figured out I needed 4 legs for it, like most things. So I've got 4 pieces of plywood that I cut out. I've got 8 hinges and then the large piece of plywood. What I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to figure out how far up on that piece of plywood the hinge goes. I have a basic idea of how this should go, and I'm going to try and cut out slots for it. So what I'm trying to figure out here is how thick the hinges are so that when I can cut on the plywood, I know how much to take off. So that's the first thing I'm setting up. How high up is the hinge? How much can I take off so that I can cut the correct amount? I did this on the table saw just because that's an easy way to do it. It's straight and flat. Took me 2 cuts. It's always important to be safe, so make sure that you have some sort of support behind it, some way to move it safely across the blade. All right, so I cut one side, then I'm going to flip it over and cut the other so that I have those on opposite sides of it, because my idea is that I want the hinges to be on opposite corners so it lifts up. One of the things I realized I forgot about was that the barrel of the hinge was going to take up some space. So I tried first with the block plane just to clean it off. That's one way to do it. I didn't feel like doing it for all of those, so I set up the table saw just to cut off a little bit at the end. Again, just cutting out an area for the barrel of the hinge. There you go. Now, after all that was done, I came back over here to try and set everything up. So the first part you'll notice, I didn't really talk about this, but I have an extra piece of plywood to go along the back. That's just to make sure that it stays flat. You can use that if you want. You don't need to. It's up to you. I obviously needed to. If you're using plywood and you're going to go down through the grains, make sure that you drill before you screw, pre-drill. That just makes sure that it doesn't split the plywood. All right, so really this is the meat and potatoes of the idea, what I'm trying to have happen. So I've got the hinges in that slot that I cut out, and first I'm going to use a VIX bit, a self-centering bit, to drill those hinges in place, and then I'm going to just screw them in place like you would anything else. And the idea here is that with one at the top and one at the bottom, they're flush completely to the top and the front so that they sit completely flat, and then I can pick it up. It'll hinge up and lay flat on the table. That's really the key idea here. So I'm going to do that to all of those. Nobody wants to see the whole montage, but I did all 4 the same. Now, going back to the laser, I want to figure out where these are going to sit so that when they stand up, where are they going to be underneath so that I can have the most support for them and hopefully get them out of the way of the miter saw. Now, because these pieces are 10 inches long, I knew that if I set it up at the window or about there and then moved forward 10 inches, where would that sit on the plywood? So that's what I really used, and that's what the markings I made here. So once I made the markings, and then again, screwing everything in place, you probably don't need to use the VIX bit, but at this point, you want to make sure everything stays lined up, and that's also going to be really important for these folding pieces. All right, once I had those in place, I had to move the laser out of the way and disconnect everything, and I went back with my setup, just figuring out how it went, and this is where I realized one of my problems. When I put the fence for the miter saw into place, it knocked into that front leg, so obviously I had to move that front leg back. The reality is I actually moved it forward from where I meant to put it originally, so maybe I'd have been okay. Once I had that done, I went back, checked it, set it up. I'm not showing it with the fence because I figured out that it was okay, but now that that's good, what I want to do is I want to figure out a way to do a stop on here. I want to make sure that it doesn't fall forward at any point. So I cut these triangles out, just some scrap. Did the same thing with the hinge area. I cut out a space for it so the hinges would fold flat, and then I'm just going to screw them in place and do some magnets in there. One of the mistakes I made while I was doing this is I put it too far back, and when it folded down, it actually blocked the hinge from folding. So I had to move that around after I was done.
Another thing I did here that I thought was really helpful is that I put a magnet inside of the triangle to stop there, and then I put a piece of, or a screw actually, in the bottom of the other component. That way it would fold up and I could keep it up without having to worry about it falling down while I was moving it.
Now, like always, it's the implementation of the idea that really causes the issue. So who would have thought that a 15-year-old MDF top wouldn't be perfectly flat? I mean, I didn't even think about it, but it was not. So that's going to create some issues. The hardest part I had was screwing into the MDF and getting it lined up. Once I got all the screws in place, I could fold it down and see how it worked out. And that was kind of neat to see it. You can see that one corner, it's not quite laying flat. So I'm going to unattach or unscrew that front left corner and sort of play around with it a little bit and just try and get it set up. And once I got that done and figured out, it was perfect.
All right, so we're done. We've gone through everything. Like I said, I was making it up as I went along. I think there are some pros and cons. One of the good things, obviously, is I have space here for my miter saw. I have enough space to fit most of my boards in, and this will slide on and off easily. It doesn't interfere with anything. One of the cons is that I actually had to remove the hose off the back because it's too close to the window and it won't go up all the way. But another issue is it's just too heavy, and this is something I worried about, is it's really kind of cumbersome trying to get it up. So I think I need to do some sort of winch system in the back that'll help pull on the back and the front at the same time. I just don't have time to worry about that right now, but I'll get to it. But at least it's up and out of the way and I can pull it down and work with it as I need it. This is not my main laser. I don't use this all the time, but I want to use this mainly for tumblers and things like that. So having it able to set up and work is really important. So if this is something you need to do, there's some ideas for you. I really, truly, I hope that this helps somebody out. All right, it's been a couple weeks since I finished up the lift for the laser, and a couple of good things, couple of bad things. First of all, it works perfectly, keeping out of the way, and I can move things. Problem is, it's really uncomfortable to try and lift it up and move it. So the first thing I did was I got a hydraulic lift to see if that would help, but you have to actually put pressure on it to close. So then I got this hydraulic closer. It's a garage door or a screen door, which I like this for the elegance. The problem is that it takes too long to close, so it doesn't put enough pressure. So finally, I went and bought some springs. These are screen door springs. That's where I found it at Home Depot. And this works really well. So I still have the stop at the bottom, pull down, and those springs really help to lower this down. And you can see it's got a little bit of pressure on the back. If I want, I could loosen that, but going back up, it goes really easy as well. So the idea is to have the pressure on the back where the support needs, or where the tension needs to be to pull this up. So you can see it works really well. I've attached a hose clamp or a clamp on the side of this, so I can just leave this across the top. And I put a top on this so that I don't have to worry about anything falling on it. I don't have to worry about dust or anything like that. So this is my new setup, and I am very happy with that. It's just a simple idea for you if you need anything. So have a great day.